What's up, YouTube? My name is Talon, and today I'm here to finally show you guys everything that I got during Star Wars month. This is my second year doing this. I want to say I spent less than last year, which is good, which is fine. But last year, a majority of the price came from my Theory lightsaber that I got, which was, I want to say like $230, give or take, a few dollars or whatever. But this month, I feel like I did really well. I got a lot of figures to fill some holes behind me, in front of me, just around. So I think I like last year's haul better, but there's still some things that I want to get. Like, I'm watching on eBay currently. I'm just waiting for the prices to go down or to see if I can get a better deal on it, whatever. But I think this was just more of a light haul this month, because of course I live in Ohio, and I went to Tennessee for ICCC con, which, with the hotel, travel, all that, it kind of got a little pricey. So, I couldn't go too crazy this year. So I wanted to, scale things back this year. But I feel like I still got a lot of things for a lot of like good prices. Like, I don't think I really overpaid when it came to like really anything. And everything that I got, I'm happy with. I can't wait to put it on display. So let's get to what you guys came to watch this video for. So first off, I'm gonna start off with this canvas that I got from Hobby Lobby. I want to say this was about like $20. I got it on a deal. I think at regular price it was maybe like $30 or $40. I never look at that standard price because most of those like first initial prices that Hobby Lobby has, I'll never pay. I normally only get things when they have deals because it feels more accurate to how much it is worth. So like, this is a $20 canvas. At most I would have paid $30 for it. So of course it's the Millennium Falcon on are we fighting the Death Star in this? Yeah, we're fighting the Death Star in this. Of course, this is an actual scene from Star Wars, but it's a, and then you also got the lights. So I'm actually turning this light off so that you guys can see it a little bit better. But yeah. So I got this at Hobby Lobby for about $20, like I said. Little figure right here is a Anakin Skywalker figure. It's kind of like a little statue. It's from Disney Infinity. I don't collect Disney Infinity stuff. I'm not even sure what it's for. I know it's like a game. I know it's a video game, and I think it might be a game like the Monopoly game. A board game is what I'm looking for. A board game or something. I'm not sure, but I think this figure is pretty freaking cool. If you know me, you know that I am a huge Anakin Skywalker fan. Let's get that on display. I am a huge Anakin Skywalker fan. So of course I'm gonna collect almost everything Anakin Skywalker. This was only $5 at one of my local toy shops. It's called Toy Fanatic. So if you are in the Dayton area of Ohio, check them out because their Star Wars section is crazy good. So like I said, I got that for $5. I'm gonna put it on display probably somewhere above my Funko Pops or something like that. The next things that I'm gonna be showing off, I got at ICCC con. I want to say I paid maybe $30 for all of this. I plan on gluing this together just so that it's not, two separate pieces. I would like, just to have it just be together like this. I use this industrial grade glue called S600,000 or something like that. If you know your glue, you know what I'm talking about. It's in my closet right now. But if anybody like ever wants to know, I can tell you the exact glue that I use. It's an industrial grade glue. So once I put like literally a couple dots on here and, you know, let it dry. After even a couple hours, like, you will never be able to split this apart again, which will be cool. So, of course, the Star Wars sign. And then I got these little figures right here. So, I got a Darth Maul. These are all 3D printed. And then I got a Darth Vader because, like I said, I'm a huge Darth Vader fan. He's my favorite Sith Lord. Anakin Skywalker is my favorite Jedi. And then Darth Maul is my second favorite Sith Lord, which, of course, I have a Darth Maul right there, but I've had that for a while now. And then, of course, I had to get Grogu and Din Djarin. I wish I still had the guy's card. I don't think I had his card, but he was at ICCC. He had a lot of 3D printed stuff. A lot of his, like, a majority of his collection was like mostly Mandalorian helmets. Some of them had like different type of designs on them, which I thought was really cool. And then he had like all these other little figures. He had more figures like a C-3PO and some more. I forget. It's been a couple weeks now since I got back from ICCC. I might have recorded there, so if you go to that vlog, you might be able to see it. And then if you bought like 5 of these figures, he gave you this small little case to keep them in. The little case resembles a lightsaber case that you would get from Disney if you ever bought any of their sabers, but it was on a smaller scale so you could fit all your figures in there. But I do not have that because I gave it to the person that I was with at ICCC because I didn't really plan on like putting anything in there. I do want to have these little figures on display. So, of course, I didn't need it, so I gave it to them. So now let's get into the figures that, or actually let's do this shirt. So this shirt that I got, I didn't really plan on getting this. I don't really like getting merch from things that I haven't been to, but this was very hard to pass up. It's a Star Wars Celebration shirt from I believe either the celebration after Revenge of the Sith came out or before it was about to come out. Well, actually, I just realized there's something on the back of the shirt that I didn't initially see when I first bought the shirt. But it was in Indianapolis from April 21st to the 24th, 2005. So this was right before Revenge of the Sith came out. So I didn't even realize this was on the back of the shirt. ICCC was 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'm just now realizing that this was on the back. What got me to buy the shirt is what was on the front. This shirt is kind of like heavy weighted, so it's a good quality shirt, especially from 2005. I want to say, I think it's a little bigger than typical shirts that I do wear. No, it's an XL. Normally I wear like a large or an XL. If you ever want to send me anything, I do wear a large or an XL. So yeah, that's the shirt that I got that'll be going to my graphic tee collection. Okay, so now we'll get into a lot of the figures that I got. So this one I actually just got today, the last day of May. I also got this at Toy Fanatic. I'm not the biggest Greedo fan, but this was hard to pass up. I do love his design, but when I say, like, I don't not like Greedo, it's just there's not a lot that we've gotten from Greedo. Some good lore that not a lot of people do know, but if you rewatch The Phantom Menace, there is an alien, I forget what his species is called, that hangs out with Anakin Skywalker, and I don't know if it's still canon or if it's not canon anymore, but back in the old canon, that little kid, the little kid alien was actually Greedo. So it's kind of crazy that, you know, both Greedo and Anakin both took a drastic different path from where they started, because, you know, they were innocent kids, and then one ends up becoming a Sith Lord, and then the other one ends up becoming a badass bounty hunter who ends up, of course, getting shot by Han Solo. But I've always liked Greedo's design. I love the vest that he wears. the green pants, the green jacket, and everything. But I got this Greedo at Toy Fanatic for $5. So, you know, it's a $5 figure. I'll have it on display. I wouldn't say he's my like top 20 favorite characters, but he's probably top 5 when it comes to my favorite bounty hunters. I would have to make a tier list to really find out, but I do really like Greedo. This I actually got from Star Wars Sith. I'm pretty sure, like I'm 90% sure I got this from him at ICCC. This is Grand Admiral Thrawn. It's from the Rebels line. Looks really good. Maybe one day I can get this signed by the voice actor for Thrawn, who also plays him in live action. Because now I have this, and then I also have a Funko Pop. It's like somewhere down in here. But I did get Grand Admiral Thrawn. I believe Tony was selling this for either $5 or $10. I know I didn't spend more than $10 on this figure, but either way, it was a great deal, so I had to buy it. And then this t-shirt, I believe, from Celebration, I believe I paid about $10 for that also. So in turn, I feel like I've spent a good amount at ICCC. This is Dirge. He is from the original Clone Wars cartoon. One of his species popped up in Jedi Survivor. I don't think it was Dirge. I would have to play that game again, but I don't know if they gave him a name or if it was just somebody completely different. But his species is now canon, but that doesn't mean that Dirge is canon. Him and Obi-Wan has a really good fight in the 2003 Clone Wars, which ties in directly with Revenge of the Sith and Attack of the Clones. I paid $15 for this. Normally I probably would have wanted to pay like $10 for this, but at the same time, you don't see a lot of these Clone War lines still, you know, available. But I got this at Toy Fanatic. They have a very small section. Like I keep on seeing this Mace Windu there. I don't really like that design of Mace Windu, so I did pass on that version of Mace Windu, but I did get me a Mace Windu. I got Mace Windu from Attack of the Clones. You know, the badass scene where he's about to fight Jango Fett, where he tries to fight Count Dooku. I paid $5 for this, which was a really good price. I want to say his Clone Wars version of this was maybe $15 or $20, but then I ended up like searching through all their figures and I ended up finding this one. I'll have to go back to Toy Fanatic because I literally love going there and seeing their like Star Wars section, because it's gotten bigger since the last video that I posted when I was there. So I'll have to re-record there again just to show you guys the updates and everything that they have gotten. And then this is a figure that has been there for over a year. I've always been looking at it and I finally decided to add it to the collection. Up here, I kind of got like a Skywalker family thing going. So of course I consider C-3PO a part of the Skywalker family. Already got R2-D2 up there. I got Leia up there. I got Luke up there. I have Han Solo up there. I have Chewbacca up there. So I'm still missing some figures because I do want to get like Padme. Of course, I already have a bunch of Anakins, but I do want to get an Anakin to go up there. So, and like eventually I'll have like all of like people that I consider to be a part of the Skywalker family. Not you, Rey. Not you. This is a figure that I have been looking for a while. I didn't want just a typical Darth Maul figure, but I wanted one to be in the same style from episode 1. So of course it has a little comm communicator thing that can talk if you have the little communicator thing. I didn't say any prices on some of these. So Oh yeah, the C3PO was $15. I really did not want to pay $15 for a C3PO, but it's the all gold C3PO, which is my favorite design of C3PO from Revenge of the Sith, where he doesn't have like the leg that's like gray or something from the original trilogy. And I think, yeah, that's the only one that I didn't say the price of. But I did finally get a Darth Maul figure to go on display. I paid, oh, I didn't get this at Toy Fanatic. I got this at ICCC Con, and they didn't have a price on this. I was like, hey, how much do you want for this? He was like, just give me a price and, you know, we'll decide from there. I really didn't know how much I wanted to pay for this. I was about to say $5, but then I was just like, would you take $10 for it? And he looked at me, looked at the toy, and he was like, yeah, I'll take $10 for it. So I could have overpaid for it. I could have underpaid for it. Who knows? But I'm glad I finally have a Darth Maul to add to the collection. I'll most likely put it like over here at some point. We'll see. But most likely it'll go over there. So Darth Maul is finally added to the collection. I've been so picky about a Qui-Gon Jinn because a lot of Qui-Gon Jinns that are in box, they come with either the poncho that he wears on Tatooine, or he'll have his Jedi robes on, like the big robes on, and you can't see like his Jedi uniform. And but this one, he has his Jedi robes on, of course, but you can of course see his Jedi uniform. Now this I know for sure I got from Toy Fanatic, and of course, like, I did want to make sure I got the one from the episode 1 line with the Darth Maul on it, the communicator, and I paid $5 for this, so you really can't go wrong with that. What else? So let's get into this Master Yoda. So this Yoda right here, I was like one of the first people to get this when like they had first initially got these. They also come with Jawas, and then they have a R2-D2. The R2-D2 that I have on my desk, I'm not sure if it's from this line. It could be, because they also had a R6 that looked very similar to like how the articulation is on my R2. So it could be possible that my R2 is from this same exact line. I'm not really sure. But this Yoda, I actually do not plan on keeping in box. So we can actually open up this box right now, because most of the time I do keep all my figures in the box, especially like, you know, figures like these, because as soon as you take it out of the box, there's no going back. But this Yoda, I plan on having some type of display. So I already have a R2-D2 down there. Of course, you guys have seen my statues. I have a Fives hot toy that is on the way, so this kind of matches the scale of those. I know this is the Yoda from the original trilogy. We're actually going to trash this. But I know it's the Yoda from the original trilogy, but it's going to be cool to like have all my figures on display. I plan on having hopefully getting a Anakin Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, Fives. I'm thinking about getting Echo. I might do it, I might not, I don't know. It just depends, because I just paid $275 for Fives, which is supposed to be releasing in the next couple months, and they haven't gave me a shipping date yet. And then I do want Captain Rex, and I think that's it. Yeah, so plan on getting Fives, Anakin, Ahsoka, Captain Rex, and Echo. Yeah, so I plan on getting 5 hot toys. Hot toys are very expensive. It's a very expensive collection to have. I don't want to be like a lot of people that you see on TikTok with like so many of them that has like $10,000 in collections. I've priced out some of them. A lot of them is ranging from $200 to $300. So it's not too bad. Not too terrible. So I did think that this Yoda was a little more articulated than this, but it's all good. This is an old figure, so you can move his arms just like that. I thought his feet was going to be able to like move a little more, but it looks like it's just like his dress base. You can sit him down if you want to, like if you have a chair or something, even like a council chair. I think that would be pretty cool. But his face mold is actually really, really good. I do like it. And then of course he has his belt. So all around it, I feel like it's a good figure. It would have been cool if he had like some fuzzy hair on here. I guess I could add that if I ever want to, but this will of course be on display. And then now of course I got a little Grogu and a Yoda. So this is actually my second Yoda that I have, because I actually got this one from Toy Fanatic also that I have on display. This one doesn't pose at all. It's more of just like a statue. But you know, now I got two Yodas. One's more in scale with like the 12-inch figures. So you gotta of course take out his cane because I almost forgot about it. I'm glad I did not throw this box away yet. But he also comes with a cane. Kinda looks like something that would come out of your rear end, but he'll have his cane in hand, which fits perfectly in his hand, just like so. So you can have his cane whenever he needs it to walk. Put it a little more down so that, you know, he can actually walk with it and not like hold it up. So that's cool. And then this is Obi-Wan Kenobi. I've been wanting to get a Obi-Wan Kenobi for a while. I was very, very particular on which Obi-Wan I wanted. I saw this one of him on Mustafar, so I was just like, you know, that's my favorite lightsaber battle. So I decided to get it. So I'm going to put him near the Skywalker family. Of course, he was very close with the Skywalkers, but I don't really consider him a Skywalker. I would say he's more of a cousin, if anything. So since I'm going to have him near my like Skywalker family display, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the lava reflection Anakin Skywalker, so I can have them both on display together. Now, I probably messed up the worth for this because this actually came with like a bigger case, like a plastic case, and like another like background picture with this. That's why like the figures aren't being shown on the back like this C-3PO right here. But like I said, this is for my collection. This is what I'm putting on display. So this is all for me. So I'm, you know, not really too much worried about it. But this, I want to say I paid like $10 or $15 for this at the most. Definitely worth it because of just how like this Obi-Wan looks. I think it was definitely worth it. And then next up, this is Kit Fisto. Now, the crazy thing is I got this right before they re-released the Kit Fisto in this same packaging, which I think was crazy. I also got this from Toy Fanatic, and I got it for $5. I think Kit Fisto is one of the coolest lightsabers, I mean not lightsabers, but one of the coolest Jedi designs that we do have, especially, you know, with his long tendrils, whatever you want to call them. He has a cool little arc in the original Clone Wars where like he's actually underwater and he has his lightsaber underwater. It's like a 1-minute scene or whatever, but this was definitely worth it. I'm still looking for a Plo Koon. I think I want to try to find his episode 1 version because the episode 1 version comes with like a yellow lightsaber, I believe. So I'm still looking to find that one. I'll probably have to get it off of eBay if I really do want it. But the new Kit Fisto that they've released is 6-inch scale. This is the original from 2005, so it's a 3 3/4 inch scale. almost done here. This is something that I've been wanting to get for a while. This was like one of the first things that I did get. It's the Ahsoka DVD set, which is, well, the steel book, and it is steel in its plastic. So I've been waiting to record this video before like I actually have a look inside of this, before I actually record. I mean, not record, but actually watch like all of the documentaries on this. So this is all for you guys. So, you know, I'm glad that we finally made it to the end of the month to where I can finally watch this. But I guess, you know, we can finally open up this Ahsoka DVD set so that we can see what is inside. Because I want to say like there's some art or something in here. So we're taking off all of this plastic. That's going to go in the trash. I really don't need this. You know, it's just telling about what's included in this right here. Ooh, that is nice. So on the backside, we got Ahsoka's ship. We got Grand Admiral Thrawn. We got Shin Hati and Baylan Skoll. And then we got Sabine Wren on the backside. And then, of course, we got Ahsoka on the front. Now, typically, when it comes to, like, DVD sets, they don't want to spoil anything. But I think it was a missed opportunity to not have Anakin Skywalker on here. Let me have another look just in case I'm looking over it. So, yeah, it looks like Anakin Skywalker isn't on here. I do like how they have one on here for season 1. Because, of course, we are getting a season 2 of Ahsoka. It was the same thing when Spider-Man No Way Home came out and we got their steel books. They didn't have Toby and Andrew on there, which I think was another huge missed opportunity to market them for the movie, especially after it had came out. These DVDs look really good. And then I'm going to assume, like, in here is where we have the actual DVD set. Uh-oh, we got Ahsoka in the World Between Worlds on this side. So maybe we do have an Anakin on here. Oh, nope. So, hold on. So, this is what I was looking at on the inside. So, we got Ahsoka, and then we got Baylan on the other side. I thought it was going to be Ahsoka and Anakin. I think that would have been cool, but it's all good. So this is disc 2. So disc 2 needs to go right here. And then we got disc 1 to go right on top. So let's see what is in here. We'll see if I actually like keep this plastic for this, or if it can just slide in there. So we'll see if I actually keep this. So there's no way to actually like just open this up safely. So I'll just open it up and get rid of the plastic. So it looks like this is concept art, which is really, really cool, because now it's making me want to get these signed by some of the... Oh, shit. Oh, my God. So this isn't the one that I'm freaking out about, but this one right here, I have got to have Hayden and Rosario sign. Like, this is so cool. Like, this is what should have been on the Steelbook. Man. And, like, this isn't, like, flimsy. Like, this is, like, on a cardboard material, too. So, this is definitely what I've been, like, super excited about. I'm putting this one... Actually, I'm going to just put this one in the middle so it's more protected. But yeah, if I'm going to get any of these signed, I'm going to definitely have this middle one signed right here by Hayden and Rosario, because I think this is such a cool design. We'll go back through. So this looks like it's Ahsoka in a woods area. I believe it's that planet where they were like about to leave and they like had that like ball thing that like burnt Sabine's hand. And then this was on Peridia when they were in the new galaxy. This is really, really freaking cool. And then, so last but certainly not least, we'll show off my comic. This is, of course, what I got at ICCC. I got it signed by Katie Sackhoff. I ordered this on eBay. I know I didn't mention it when I was talking about this, but this Mayhew, this guy, I'm pretty sure, yeah, he designed this cover art for, oh my god, it didn't fold or anything, luckily. I caught it, but I believe his name is Michael Mayhew. He designed the cover art for this comic book of The Mandalorian with Bo-Katan on it. Katie, she loved this comic. She didn't see it before initially when I gave it to her to sign it. And I had a good experience with her. I said the last time when I got her second autograph for my Funko Pop that was probably the last time that I would meet Katie, because I already got, you know, the things that I wanted her to sign. But she looked at me and she told me that she had remembered me from the other 2 times that I had met her. She did ask where I did see her at, and I told her that, you know, I seen her in Indiana and I had also met her in Cincinnati. So at this point, I'm gonna have to let her know that I am one of her biggest fans when it comes to Bo-Katan, because it's not even just for what she's done in the Mandalorian series, but I've been a Bo-Katan fan since the Clone Wars, like the early days of Clone Wars when she was with Death Watch. And I was team Bo-Katan when Darth Maul defeated and killed Pre Vizsla, and she was like, no outsider should rule Mandalore. And I was like, yeah, like, let's go. Like, I'm team Bo-Katan. Like, no outsider should rule Mandalore. Like, I'm rolling with her. And then, like, when the Night Owls had split up and we get the Maul-Delorians, and then we still got the Night Owls with Bo-Katan, like, I was team Bo-Katan the whole time. Even though I do love Darth Maul, I don't think he was the rightful ruler of Mandalore at the time. Even though he did win the Darksaber, he wasn't a Mandalorian, and with their tradition and everything, I don't think he should have ruled Mandalore. So at that time, I was against Darth Maul. So it was very poetic when they brought season 7 back finally, and Darth Maul, of course, finally lost to Ahsoka, and you guys know how it went. Excuse me. But that is everything that I have gotten from ICCC that I've gotten. I don't think I ordered anything off of eBay this year, but I've gotten off of Hobby Lobby or from Hobby Lobby that I've gotten. Well, I did order the comic book from eBay, and then this Ahsoka, I didn't tell the price on this, but I bought this for $50 at Walmart. Even though I got a Disney Plus account, it's really nice to have that on physical copy. So if somebody wants to do all the math for everything that I spent on ICCC, let me know in the comments, because I also did pay like $120 for her autograph. It was either $120 or $140, something like that, but definitely worth it. I'll definitely be meeting Katie again whenever I see her at another con, because I have a 3 3/4 inch vintage collection figure over here, which I have, yeah, it's gonna be like somewhere over in here, I believe. And then I also have another one that's like right up here on the top of my wall, which is a 6-inch figure, but it is in vintage collection packaging. So I could potentially meet her 2 more times and get her autographs on those, which I'll most likely do, not gonna lie, just so that she can know that I am a true Bo-Katan fan. So I can't wait to meet her again. Thanks for watching, especially if you made it this far in the video. I know I did a whole lot of yapping, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you do subscribe because I am doing a Star Wars giveaway. Let's get to our goal so that we can give away what's coming next. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Comment what your favorite thing was in my new collection that I just got. So let me know, guys, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. See you later.